Hello students. In the last lectures, we have seen the different control structures that are available in PHP, and in this lecture we will discuss about what are arrays and how to use the array in PHP. So first let us understand what is an array. Now this array is a very useful concept in programming languages. Like any other programming languages, PHP also provides this array functionality. Now numbers and strings are the scalar variable, meaning that they can only have a single value. They can only store a single value in it. Now this array is a collection of multiple values assembled into one overriding variable. An array can consist of numbers and strings or even the other arrays, which allows this one variable to hold more information than a simple string or a number can hold. Right? So arrays are nothing but like these are like our regular variables. The only difference between the regular number or string variables or scalar variables and arrays is that array can hold a multiple values for a single variable name. Now generally when we use an array, it looks the same as any other variable except that you include a key in square bracket when referring to a particular value. Now as like we have the naming rules for our normal variable, there are some certain syntactical rules for arrays also. Array also has a name derived using the same convention, like they begin with the $sign, then continue with a letter or underscore, then finish with any combination of letters, numbers or the underscore. But arrays differ in that they can contain multiple elements in them. An element consists of an index or a key and a value. Now let us see how to create an array. The formal method of creating an array is to use the array function, and the syntax is simple as like given here. So we have declared one variable, that is list. It is a variable of array type. So we have written array, and in bracket we have assigned 3 elements to this array. First, these are the fruit names that we have assigned. First is apple, then banana, then orange. Now arrays automatically begin their indexing at 0 unless and otherwise indicated. Like in this example, which doesn't specify an index for the element, means after the variable name we have not provided a square bracket consisting of an index number, meaning that these elements will be automatically indexed starting with 0. Okay, so the first element, that is apple, is automatically indexed at 0. Then the second element, that is banana, is indexed at 1. Then the third element, orange, is indexed at 2, and so on. So you can assign the index when using an array. While declaring an array, while mentioning an array, we can also assign the index values to the elements. Like for example, again we are referring to the same example. So $list is equal to array in bracket 1 double equal to and greater than sign. Double equal to and greater than sign is used in arrays as an assignment operator to assign an index number. Then second is a banana, third is a orange. So we are mentioning that the first element in our array is apple, second element is banana, and third element is orange. We can make this structure easier to read by writing it over multiple lines also. So the same structure we can write on multiple lines, like list is equal to array, then on first line we have mentioned 1 is equal to greater than symbol, apples, then bananas, and then oranges. So we can also declare the arrays like this. Then once the array is declared, once the array is created, we can add an element in an array. Right? We can add the element in an array while creating the array itself, or once the array say already exists, then we can add the extra elements to the array with the assignment operator, that is equal sign. Right. So identify the difference. In order to assign the index-wise element, we have to use equal to and greater than sign. But we just want to add the more elements to an array without specifying an index number, then we have to use the simple equal to sign, in a way similar to how we assign a value to our string variable or number variable. Now suppose to add the two items to the $list array that we already created, we can write $list is equal to pears, then $list square bracket is equal to tomatoes. We have not mentioned any index number here. So if we don't specify the key, each element is appended to the existing array, indexed with the next sequential number. Meaning what? These pears and tomatoes will be added into our existing array, that is list, at the index number 4 and 5 respectively, because we already have the 3 elements in an array. So these 2 elements will be added after the existing elements with the next sequential number. These are appended to the existing array. Now this is how we add the elements to the array. Now let us see how to delete the elements from array, or how to delete the array. Now this deleting, we won't frequently need to delete an individual item for an array, because it is possible to do, but it is possible to do using unset function. There is no need that there is very rare occasion that we delete a particular element from an array, but we can do so by using the unset function. This function eliminates the variable and frees up the memory it uses. When applied to an array element, then that element is deleted. For example, suppose we have mentioned unset in bracket array of 4. So we are deleting the 4th element in an array. Okay. So second example, suppose unset in an then in bracket array of name. So we are deleting the name from an array. Now suppose we have applied this unset function to an entire array or other variable type, the whole variable is deleted. Suppose we have not mentioned any index number, then the entire array will be deleted. So we have to use this unset function with very caution. We have to pay attention while using this unset function, because if we forget to mention the index number, then our entire array will be deleted. Similarly, this unset function can be used to delete our normal variable. Then after knowing how to add and deleting an atom in an array, let us understand how to access the array elements. Now regardless of how you establish an array, there is only one way to retrieve a specific element from an array, and that is we have to refer it by using its index number. Now there are suppose 10 elements in an array, and we have to print each and every individual element from an array. Then we cannot write that print the array variable name, right? Like what we do with our normal variable. We have to refer to the individual elements in an array by using their index number. The feature that makes arrays so useful is that it is being able to store the multiple values in one variable. So this is how we deals with the arrays. Means this is how these are the various operation how we can perform on arrays that we have seen in this lecture. From the next lecture, we will be starting with our creating web application unit, that is unit number 3. So till then, go through the video and the notes, and if you face any difficulties, then we will have a doubt class. Thank you.